Good morning, guys. It's coming up to the end of autumn. Winter is only days away now, and I'm going to be harvesting some bananas, which are just over here. I can't leave them because they're not maturing anymore because of the weather, but they split. If you don't cut them down, they'll split. But when they split, then all the critters bite into them, right? There they are there. It's a nice fat rack or bunch. So we're gonna climb up there and bring that sucker down. And also you'll see there's at least two that have cracked already. See those two? Yeah, so we're gonna bring them down, otherwise they're gonna all crack or split. Now the challenge here is that's from there to there, that's at least 8 feet. Yeah, almost 3 meters, and it's exactly 3 meters to where the rack is up there at the top. So that's almost 10 feet, and that's a heavy rack or a heavy bunch up there. So I don't know how I'm gonna tackle this without falling over and hurting myself, but we'll do the best we can. So the two ways to do this is the hard way and the easy way. The hard way is to climb on the ladder here and cut the rack, but then it's gonna be at least 20 to 30 pounds in my hand, right? Whilst I'm standing at the top of this ladder. Not a good idea. That's the hard way. The easy way is to stand down here where I am and just cut halfway up the stem until it tilts over, and then catch it. And that way I don't need a ladder. This ladder is exactly 2 meters tall, right? That's a 2 meters right here, and that rack is up there, so it's over 3 meters up there. So it's hard to stand up there at 10 feet with a heavy rack of bananas in my hand, standing on this loosely moving ladder. So I don't think I'll do that method. Instead I'll do the cut so it leans down. All right, let's start with the machete. Now this is all about doing it the right way so it falls in this direction, not the other direction. And there's a pup right next to it. See that pup? So we don't want it to damage that pup as it comes down. So there's a bit of skill involved, guys, even though we're just fooling around with a bunch of bananas. So I cut off a couple of the branches, the leaves from this pup here. So when this falls, it doesn't take down the pup. And I've cut into this, right? And it's slightly leaning over now. So I'm gonna have to try and catch that guy up there as it comes down slowly. You want it to come down slowly, otherwise it's a disaster. If it just goes boom, you'll lose half the fingers. So let's see how we go. Yeah, you don't want them tall like this. When they're tall, it's harder, right? So guys, the second option seemed to be the right option. We got it down, as you can see. This was a big boy, huh? Look at this whopper. At least 2 meters. 2 meters above the bunch of bananas. So this was 3 meters above the ground, and then there was another 2 meters above it. So this was 5 meters. That's 15 feet in the air, right? So you definitely don't want to be dealing with any wind when you have bananas this high. Gosh, that was a lot of luck. This is the Dukas variety, by the way. Dukas or Dukasi. And in North America, it's got a different word. I think it's Namwa. Namwa. And we got more here. Bananas everywhere. By the way, this is late end of autumn, beginning of winter, and that's when the banana season is strong here in our temperate zone. June, late May, and June is banana time. So the indicator that the rack or the bunch was ready to pull down is that guy there. See him? One finger turning yellow. That's all you need. That's the indication that it's time to bring down. And they're the two split bananas I was talking about before. That's another indicator when they start splitting. So you can either wait for the splits or the yellowing. Either one is the indicator. Let's try to get a nice thumbnail for the video. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So even though it's just about winter time, it's 20 Celsius today. Currently 15 because it's morning, but it feels like 24. Yeah, it feels like 24 Celsius because of the sun. Overnight we only had 2.7 Celsius here in Melbourne. 2.7. Can you believe it? And I'm cutting down a bunch of bananas the same day. So I got them all washed. They're hanging now and drying, right? Approximately 15 kilos is my guess, maybe a bit more weight wise. So that's about 30 pounds at least. Thanks for watching, guys. So if you're in Melbourne, here's more proof that bananas will grow here nicely. There will be some duds, okay, but you've got to keep planting out, keep changing the location. Avoid pots. They don't do too well in pots here, unless you have the absolute perfect position. And try different varieties. This one here, the ladyfinger, hasn't done well for me, but this is the only position I've tried it. I need to plant this elsewhere, see if it does better in another location. It's done abysmally here. Grows great as a plant, as you can see. It's also 5 meters high, but no bananas. Well, the bananas are like this small. They're worthless. So keep in mind, ladyfinger is not ideal, and nor is the red Dhaka, but they're pretty. The red Dhaka is very pretty, ornamental. That's why I have it. There it is there. That's the red Dhaka, the mother, and down there is more red Dhakas. See how well they grow? They don't fruit. They don't fruit here in Melbourne. So ornamental is fine. The number one choice is Goldfinger, and number two is the one I just pulled down, the Dukas. And number three is the Rajapuri. These are all available at Bunnings, right? Now I can't really speak much about the ice cream banana, the blue Java, because this is the first rack that I'm getting, and it doesn't look very promising, does it? Look at the fingers, how spaced out they are compared to what I just harvested. So I don't know if that's normal with a blue Java. I don't think so, but yeah, that's what we're getting for the first bunch of Ice cream banana. Better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, the corm is only a year old, so you have to wait for that to develop. That plays a big role as well. This is the Grand Nain, which I got from Daly's a year ago also, and that hasn't flowered yet, so we'll see what that does. Looks like a dwarf Cavendish, so we'll report on that when it comes. And up there I've got a couple of Vietnamese given, well, bananas that I got from a Vietnamese friend, so I don't know what variety they are. He said they were Vietnamese, whatever that means. But you can see there's two bunches there as well. Alright guys, that's it for now. Catch us all from the next video. Guess what? We're going to the beach. Even though it's days away from winter. Yeah, beach guys, beach. Even if you don't swim, it just feels good to be there. Right? Look at this. When you have a tropical garden, looks like you're in Hawaii in winter. So not only for fruit, but also for aesthetics and just feeling connected with nature without being dressed with 5 layers of clothes. As you can see, I've got nothing on, and it's winter, and it's just fine. Bye guys.